Buddy, indeed, what is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and we've got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Big Michael Bowler, what's up, bro?
How you doing, my man? Good to be back.
Man, good to have you back, buddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you indeed. Good to see everybody in the crew. Hope your Sunday is going well so far. I was going to say started well, but you get it. I hope that it's just going well for you here. Let's see. Tizzle. Happy Sunday, AB and crew. Good to see you, buddy. Big Mosh. Happy Sunday. Dude, I'll tell you what. It is a happy Sunday because it was a happy Saturday, Bolin. My man. Look at this. Solid day. Tennessee team total over 54.5. Got that. TCU, Oklahoma. We're going to talk about these games in a second. Got that one. Michigan money line, Missouri money line. Got that one. Miami, Indiana. Got that one. Ole Miss, UNLV. Got that one. Aaron Judge hit a home run plus 175. Got that. Cal Raleigh hit a home run plus 300. Got that. UNLV minus 2.5. Got that. Oklahoma minus 6.5. Got that. Notre Dame team total over 37.5. Got that. Nationals Mets. That ended at 8. Oh, almost got there, man. Ends at 8 runs in 11 innings. That was a heck of a game. Louisiana minus 2.5. They didn't win the game. They just lost to Eastern Michigan. I don't know what we're doing down there. Louisiana.
Those directional schools, they'll get you.
Every time, bro. Every time. And then Florida, Miami over 50.5. Obviously, did not get that one. But you know what, Bolin? We'll take that kind of a day. You know what I mean?
Solid day.
We'll take
it. A lot of green.
We'll take it, man. You know, try to do it again. So we're going to roll through the NFL. Trent said more checks than a 90s Sears department store at Christmas time. Dude, you remember writing checks?
Oh,
does anybody even have checking accounts?
Dude, I still write checks. My landlord only accepts checks. I have to put a check in the mail every month.
Really?
Yes.
What is this? Enron? What are they doing? Mark-to-market accounting over there?
And then I'll get a text message like, did you put it in the mail? Yeah, I put it in the mail a week ago. What do you want me to do?
Out of my hands now. Bring that up with the post office. Then you're sitting there, you look at your desk, you're like, I never mailed it. Damn it. All right, let's jump into it for today. So good to see everybody again. Hey, if you could hit the like button, it'd be massive. If you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it right back up. Now, real quick, I want to tell a story. So me and Bolin used to work at 24/7 Sports together, right? So Bolin ran the NBA department. I ran the NFL department. And we had another guy named Trey Scott. Love Trey. All right, Trey ran college, okay? So we're after work one day. And like I said, I put in pretty crazy hours. Trey put in pretty crazy hours. Bolin put in more hours than both of us, right? So, like, honestly, there was never a time that you would go to that office and one of us weren't there. You know, like anytime because me and Bolin's games are all at night. You know what I mean? College games are during the day. NBA games don't start till like 1 a.m. sometimes. You know what I mean? So we're in there. Long story short, we get a letter. Somebody sent in a letter, and me and Bolin and Trey, we open it, and it's a guy that's in jail that wants recruiting updates. You remember that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And we told the owner, got him Shannon Terry, told him like on Monday or whatever, like, hey, what happened? And he goes, well, what'd you guys do? I said, well, we printed it off and mailed it. He goes, you did not mail that to jail. I said, I mailed it to jail and put 4 extra stamps in it. Take care of my boy. Dude, his subscription was still good.
There you go.
I looked it up. Even if it weren't, the fact that the man took time from jail to write that letter and send a stamp, which I know was not cheap.
No.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this guy's
address.
What'd you say?
He had to look up the address.
Yeah.
I mean, there were steps that went into this. This guy really needed that information.
He did. Absolutely. And I love that, like, me, you, and Trey were all like, oh, no. We're absolutely mailing this back. Like, I love it, man. All right, let's jump into today. All right, we're going to start with the picks, and then we're just going to go through each NFL game. That sound good to you, buddy?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. All right, let's jump to the picks. All right. So, Bolin, I'll go ahead and start off, and then I'll throw it to you. Go after me. All right. So, we've got a bunch, and I'll put those picks up of NFL picks that we had during the week. But I'm going to go with 3 new ones today. I'm going to go with the Cardinals plus 2.5. They're on the road going up against San Francisco. However, the 49ers, man, you're not getting Brock Purdy. They're banged up. I think this is a spot. I'm going to take a shot. Understand that, you're playing a risk here, but I don't know, man. The 49ers did it last week. I don't know if they do it 2 weeks in a row without their starting quarterback. It's kind of like, again, like I go back to golf. Like when you haven't played in a while, you just go out, you're solid. You're not thinking about it. Well, now that guy has been the starting quarterback for a week, right? And he understands the pressure now, like, oh, they actually expect things of me. I'm going to go with the Cardinals here, man. I think it's a good spot for Kyler Murray. Bryce Young, 1+ interception, -120. Not a lot of explanation, really, in regards to this one. I just don't feel the Panthers, all right? I apologize to everybody out there in the Carolinas and Crockett land. All right, I apologize, but, yeah, we're going Bryce Young pick. And then, look, man, Bolin, I hate to do it, all right? And where's Matty Boy in here? Because he's a fellow DMV guy, all right? Marcus Mariota of the Commanders. Now, you're going to get 2 things. Number 1, I rock with the Commanders. And number 2, I very much rock with Marcus Mariota. He is if you wanted a teammate, like the proverbial, like you just go through, you could build a teammate. That's Marcus Mariota. Like quiet dude, don't say a whole lot. He knows what his job is, right? Like he understands. And he's an excellent backup quarterback, right? Yeah, it stinks when you don't have Jaden Daniels. You know what I mean? But Marcus is pretty good. That being said, it's going to be a tough game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be a tough game, man. Like,
love him. Great teammate. That being said, he's definitely throwing a pick today.
I've seen it. Look, buddy, I've seen it. I've worked it. I've seen it live. Like, I love Marcus to death, but he'll telegraph a pass or two, especially like a deep out pattern. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you know what, though? He's just as viable to throw a touchdown to himself. So
yeah, in the playoffs. He said, hey, Kansas City, title belt comes through Nashville. I don't know if anyone's ever said that. No. I think that's the first time that sentence is ever said, that the title belt comes through Nashville. Oh, my God. All right. So those are the 3 that I have. Bolin, I'm going to throw it over to you, man. Just run through them, buddy. What do you got?
Cool. So I'm going to start off here with the title not running through Nashville. That's for sure. I'm going to take the Colts -5.5. Their offense has been great so far. I'm sure everyone's heard by now that they haven't punted the ball through 2 games, which is pretty impressive. That being said, though, I just, Tennessee's right side of the offensive line is very banged up. Latham's out. Zeitler, maybe he's going to play, maybe not going to play. Even if he does, not going to be 100%. I just think Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, they're going to be able to move the ball enough. And, Cam Ward's pulled some plays out of God knows where so far in 2 weeks. And I just don't see him getting that lucky again today. Give me the Colts to cover that 5.5. Much like you, I'm not a believer in the Panthers. I've watched enough of them over the years, went to college in South Carolina, so was lucky enough to get the Panthers as my Sunday Fox game every weekend for 4.5 years. Yeah.
What a pleasure that is.
Jake Delhomme, baby. The guy had great Bojangles commercials. But yeah, I'm going to rock with the Falcons in this spot. I think Penix has looked great so far. Bijan Robinson is a beast of a running back, and that defense has been flying around. Them investing as many picks in the first round, their first couple of rounds in the defense as they did seems to have been a big payoff for them. Give me the Falcons in this spot. Going up to Washington, I'm taking the Raiders +2.5 at +100. I agree with Alan here. I think Mariota is a very capable backup. I don't think they're going to have to change a ton from what they typically do with Jaden Daniels moving over to him. I just think he's a severe downgrade at the position. That's why he's a backup in the NFL. So you give me a healthy Raiders team. They've got a pretty solid defense so far, but yeah, give me 2 and a hook there on the road. I wouldn't be surprised if they win that game outright, honestly. Later slate here, I'm going to take the Chargers minus 2.5. That's a game I could really see going either way, to be quite honest with you. But I just think Justin Herbert's looks so good so far that in that spot, I'm going to rock with LA and Jim Harbaugh. And then the final one on the docket, which I'm sure most people, depending on the number that they can get at, are going to play, is the over in the Cowboys-Bears game. It looks like we might have a little bit of weather up there today. Looks like a little rain in the forecast. But that being said, these two defenses are atrocious. And Dak Prescott's a good enough quarterback to put numbers up. We'll see what Caleb Williams can do. But if Russell Wilson's going to be able to throw for 450 against you guys, and talking about Dallas's defense there, I wouldn't be surprised if Williams has a big day. I could both see them, scoring in the high 20s in that game and us cruising past that over. So that's what I got so far, and I'll kick it back to you, AB.
I love it, buddy. Well done. Yeah, look, man, and a couple thoughts there. Number one, absolutely agree on the Colts. They're playing excellent football. And yeah, man, look, nothing against the Titans, and you weren't negative by any means, right? But yeah, I mean, the Titans are who they are. Like they had the number 1 pick of the draft for a damn reason. You know what I mean? Like it's going to take more than just Cam Ward. You're right. The Colts, what was that stat again? They haven't punted once.
I don't believe they punted through 2 games this season.
My man's getting free money. That dude's living the life.
Yeah, literally. I think it was like he was quoted as saying, like, on third downs, I might kick it into the net just to keep fresh. But yeah, that's all he's been doing through 2 weeks.
Yeah, I love when announcers make the joke. Like in a game where like the punter hasn't been, the offense is just scoring touchdowns, and they're like, oh, like a college game, they're like, oh yeah, he went back to the frat house. They didn't need him.
Or you're the other hand, like was it Troy Taylor, Bears punter? Yeah, you're not going to be kicking the ball much. Oh wait, I've kicked it more than anyone else since I've been drafted.
I love it, man. I love it. Now, a couple things in the chat real quick, and then we're going to jump into these games here. Chicago Pat. All right, so Bolin, Pat is absolute OG, right? New people, hit the like button. If you're watching on your phone, slide it down, smash the like button, scroll up again. We're growing. It's all because of you. Absolutely. Pat said it best. There's no way I could say it better. Also, congratulations, Bolin, because I don't know if you knew, but we have one. I'm not even going to say human. All right. He's morphed above human body form. Okay.
Nice.
I know that. Yeah, I know. He's a cyborg. Big Kevin, man, our boy. Look, his retina has reattached. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know he could do that.
Well, I didn't either. He went bionic there for about 2 weeks, man. Yeah. So his retina's reattached. Congratulations. Home surgery worked well. Way to go. Yeah. Big Kev. Glad you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back. Glad you have a good eyesight again.
We thought, dude, when his retina disattached and then reattached, like live on air, we thought this guy could see the future. And then we were hitting him up for bets.
So, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, unfortunately, our theory on seeing the future didn't work out. He didn't miss any bets, but I'm just saying,
You give it a shot.
Yeah, we took a swing. You know what I mean? We had 2 strikes. What are you going to do,
I've taken plenty of swings with one eye open in my life, so.
Got to cut. All right. All right, now. So, okay, these are the picks that we have for today. Obviously, Bolin's are new, and then my 3 are new as well. But remember, okay, here at Driving the Line, it's Christmas every morning because you get more. Eagles -3. Eagles money line, Seahawks money line +100. Chargers money line. I feel you on that one, man. Chargers one of the best teams in the league. They are so incredibly efficient. Give me the Chargers money line and the Falcons money line. Feel you on the Falcons. Bo Nix to the Broncos, 1+ interception, -120. Look, I love Matthew Stafford. Bolin, you and Stafford remind me of each other. Have you ever heard that before?
I've heard that many times before.
You and Stafford look alike. You act alike. Like
I think I've been getting that for about 15 years now.
Yeah,
you know what? The way I look at it, I could be told a lot worse, so I'm cool with rocking with Matt Stafford.
There's a whole hell of a lot worse than Matthew Stafford. That dude's living. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Nice.
I love Matthew Stafford. He's awesome. But look, man, when you got back injuries, dude, he's a 38-year-old quarterback, right? Like, and he's out here winning games. They're 2-0. Like, I've got massive respect for Matthew Stafford. However, I mean, you tempted me with the interception at -105. Yeah, buddy. Geno Smith. Love Geno. Love the Raiders. Bolin, I feel you. Like, you're playing the Raiders. I get it. But the same thing with Mariota, right? So Jaden Daniels and the Commanders offense, it's a pass-heavy offense. You know what I mean? So are the Raiders. I love Geno. He threw 3 picks the other day. I didn't have anything negative to say about him. That's what's going to happen when you throw it that much. Now, they do have Ashton Gianti, running back, kid out of Boise, stud, obviously. But yeah, give me Geno. And then look, man, we'll talk more about this, and we'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern to break down the Chiefs and the Giants in Sunday Night Football. But we've talked about it since the season started. The Chiefs' offense is 5 yards and in. The Chiefs are old, quick. Well, let me say, they're old or they're in county because people keep getting arrested. You know what I mean? So Mahomes is kind of out here on his own, dude. He's throwing it way more than they want to, so I'm going to take him for a pick again. And he's running it way more than they want to. I'm going to take it over 5.5 rush attempts. Also, remember, and not that we're betting on this, but kneel downs count as rush attempts as well. So if you ever look at a game, quarterback, yeah, you could, Brolin, you could.
That makes sense, yeah, because I've definitely burned myself on a total yardage because of a kneel down before, but
yep,
that would make sense that it's an attempt, yeah.
Yep, 100%. And the good thing with rushing yards and stuff, sacks don't count as rushing yards, but you get out of the pocket, it ain't a sack anymore. You're 100% correct. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. All right. So let's jump into the games, bro. Good to see everybody. I'll keep dropping in the chat. I'll get to it. I just know that we got a lot that we want to get to, so I don't want to waste your time because we're on a shot clock here. Games start early in the NFL on Sunday. All right. Let's jump into it here, man. First game, Packers and the Browns. So you're gonna get Jordan Love versus Joe Flacco. Your boy. I love Flacco. I absolutely like. Flacco's playing relaxed, and the good thing for him is that he knows that the Browns quarterback situation behind him turns into a circus. Once you get past Flacco, now you start going Dylan Gabriel versus Shedeur Sanders. The media's back. Joe Flacco quiets things. You know what I mean? But I like the way that he plays, and I like the Browns, but the Packers might be the best team in the NFL. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL, but Packers, the Chargers, they're all up there, man. But 7.5, total of 41.5. What do you see here, man? You see points, no points? How do you see this game?
I think I agree with you on the Browns. I think defensively, especially, they've been fantastic this year. And you know what? Flacco plays like a 40-year-old on a 1-year deal. He knows that whatever happens with the Browns after this season is not his problem. So I totally understand that he's loosey-goosey back there. But, I like the Packers in this spot, man. They've looked so good through 2 weeks. This team seems motivated. They're talking undefeated season already. Micah Parsons is calling out everyone left and right. He's out here saying he wants a sack of Flacco because he's never gotten one before.
Flacco's got to love hearing that.
Exactly, right? Hey, I'm not looking into the Cowboys game. I want Flacco in the dirt.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a seal sitting on a block of ice, and here come 4 orca whales. Great.
So I mean, this is a game where I saw this line go as high as 8.5, 9 yesterday at one point, but at 7.5, I think I like Green Bay in this spot to cover that number. I definitely think they'll end up winning this game by more than a score. Could be one where Cleveland sticks around for the first half. But, I just don't see with some of the mistakes Flacco's made so far. I mean, he had one horrendous pick against the Ravens that, you don't hear former players dog current players very often, but I believe it was Ross Tucker just eviscerated Flacco after that interception during that game last week. So I like the Packers defense a lot. Obviously the offense has a lot to like there, even with some of the wide receivers still out. You're going to get Tucker Kraft going today again. So that's going to be a big help for them. Give me the Packers to cover the 7.5 in that spot.
Yeah, I'm fascinated with the total in this game. I don't know what to do with it. 41.5 is low. Now, obviously the books are not counting on the Browns scoring a lot. Right. So I'm not going to mess with it. I feel you. 7.5, like that hook scares me. I would buy it down to 7. Like, don't mess with that hook. But in general, yeah. Like, why would you not take? Like, it feels like the Packers can kind of pick their score today. Like, again, I don't like saying that in the NFL because it's the NFL. Everybody's good.
They're all pros out there for a reason.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you come incorrect and you can get your ass whooped by anybody. But man, the Packers are
That is an interesting total though, just to see that is the same total as 2 backups playing in Minnesota at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it's super low, man. It's super, super low. We'll jump to the next one here in Nashville. Bullen, I know you got your tickets ready, Betty. Colts and the Titans here you were talking about earlier. Colts jumping anywhere 4 or 5.5 point favorite total 43.5, pretty low total here. I'll be honest. I feel you on the Colts. I like your play there. There are usually points in this game, regardless of who the quarterbacks have been over the years. And Bullen, you're here in Nashville as well. Like you've seen it up close. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know you missed those Thursday night color rush days. Jags, Titans.
Oh, man, those golds. They're just beautiful to look down on from the upper deck at Nissan, let me tell you.
They were just giving tickets away on the walking bridge right in front of the stadium.
I think I got in for $10 for one of those.
Yeah, I remember y'all left the office. You were like, hey, does anybody want to just go to the game?
Yeah, we left at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah, man, look, you don't have to break it down. You already did, right, with your Colts, breakdown, but yeah, man. Like I just like points here. If I had to play anything, I'd play that over 43.5. But I feel you on the Colts. Bengals and the Vikings. All right. So you're just talking about the same deal. Total 41.5. You get 2 backup quarterbacks here. I'll be honest. I don't have anything. I don't know what to do with this. I didn't trust the Bengals with Joe Burrow, and I love Joe Burrow, but they were a team that was just going to have to outscore you because they clearly don't have any defense, right? Like they're kind of like the Cowboys. Right? Yeah. I'm not saying anything negative. That's just how they're built. They're just built to score a bunch of points, right? I don't know what that is now. Same deal with the Vikings. I don't know, man. I throw it to you. I have nothing here.
I mean, if I was going to take this either way, and obviously it wasn't one of my picks earlier, I think I would go Bengals with the points here. I've seen it 2.5 as high as up to 3. Again, it's really the unknown on either side. At least Browning was able to play last week. He's been with the team for a couple of years now. There is some familiarity there with him and the receivers. Carson Wentz was signed like a week before the season started. So, obviously he's been around. He knows how to run an offense and they brought him into Minnesota for a reason. But, for me to think that he has a full firm grasp of that playbook after just a handful of weeks, I just don't see it. They're also without Aaron Jones today. They're getting a couple pieces back on defense, but seems like a few of those guys are going to be on a play limit or a shot clock or whatever you want to call it in football. But yeah, so, I mean, I don't love it either way, but if I were going to touch this one, I think I would take the Bengals with the points.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be honest. I honestly do not know. And I'll tell you that like everything you said, Bullet, I agree with. And I don't know what to do.
I don't trust it, but
that's
my logic at least.
Yeah. No. You're right. Look, and Tizzle said, Wentz will make this offense actually move the ball. there's an element of that too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Steelers and the Patriots. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Oh, and I crack up. I tell them, that we used to work with Rodgers' brother, and he's gonna come on too. I'll have to get you both on at the same time. And
I love that.
Oh my God. And I crack up because like all of the Aaron stories, you're like, oh no, that hatred is very real. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that I didn't know that he was related to Aaron until Jordan walked in that one day?
Really?
Yeah, and then I was like, because like my entire thing was like, why did we hire this dude to be like our NFL insider? And then it put it all together as soon as he was like, oh, yeah. I'm an idiot, but yeah.
That's too funny. I love the ride. Like Jordan, Luke, like I love them to death, man. Yeah. So look, man, this game with Aaron, I think. Okay, let me say this. All right. Steelers on the road, the Patriots. Steelers are 1.5-point favorite, a total of 44.5. I think that this year, Aaron Rodgers is going to be up, down, right? I think it's just going to be that way for Pittsburgh. And I think this is an up week. I think the Patriots logo gets people's attention. I think Mike Vrabel, him being friends with Aaron Rodgers, they're the same age, like, this is going to – I think we're going to see points in this game. I'm not saying that it's going to be, the best game that's out there, right? But I do think we're going to see points today. The Patriots defense will give it up. The Steelers defense will give it up. But I think both sides are going to score. So if I had to take a side here, I think I would take the over. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I like that over pick, especially after seeing what the Patriots did last week against the Dolphins. That team looked like they were in disarray at so many different times throughout that game. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the over, I think that's a good spot. I could see this being a game where a lot of points are scored. And I tend to agree with you in terms of Rodgers, just kind of, at this stage of his career, I think the consistency is going to be the inconsistency, to be quite honest with you. But, if there was one thing I would kind of look at if I was going to pick an actual side in this one of the things I noticed this week was pointed out, Aaron Rodgers has never won a game at Gillette Stadium.
Really?
So if this is his last year, he might have a little bit of extra motivation to get that notch on his belt. But yeah, in this one, I do think maybe the over would probably be the best play. But if I was going to pick a side, I would probably just go Steelers money line.
Yeah, I think they're a better team. The Patriots, they're going to be up and down as well. Real quick. Yeah, J.R. Clark, my boy, said, put up hit home runs from the list. Yeah, hang tight. I got you, buddy. Yeah, look, I agree. I think the Steelers are a little bit better of a team. J.R., my boy, look at the bottom left. So Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh yesterday hit home runs. So we got 2 out of the 5, big dog. There we go, man. Hope that helped, my boy. All right, jump back to it here. Yeah, so Steelers and the Patriots, I agree. I think I'd roll with the Steelers here, but I ain't confident on it. Now, I'll tell you where I am confident, the Rams and the Eagles. So we jumped on the Eagles -3 earlier in the week. All right, the Eagles are 3.5-point favorite, total of 45.5. All right, so number one, all right, you've got 2 teams that are 2-0. Okay. Now, they're going about it 2 different ways. The Eagles are so freaking good that, like, I spoke about orca whales earlier. They're almost like orca whales. Like, they play with their food because they know in the end, you just don't have the stamina. You don't have the horses that they do. Now, they're going to lose at some point. I mean, it's the NFL, right? But now the Rams are winning by just grit and excellent coaching, game planning, defense. Like, it hasn't been pretty, but I say that positively. Like, they are doing what they can. Like, it's Sean McVay. They're always going to overachieve. They're always going to, you know what I mean? He's just that type of a coach. And Stafford's that type of a quarterback. Like, that the attitude in this locker room is professional. These are professional. Like this is an NFL locker room. You know what I mean? So I think that to me, 45.5 is a lot of points in this game. Like we're on the Eagles, but I could see the under here. What do you think, man?
I mean, I could definitely see that. One of the things you were talking about it with the Eagles there, and I think it's a fair way to put it. They're so good that they're able to play boring football and still win games. And that's really been the biggest criticism of them so far is that, there haven't been explosive plays. They're not, chucking it down the field to A.J. Brown. It's been a heavy rushing attack so far now that, Kellen Moore's off to New Orleans. And I believe it's Kevin Petula is the name of the OC there in Philadelphia. But, yeah, I mean, it's a heavy rush attack through 2 weeks. And I know Sirianni came out this week and said that a major focus of what they were going to do going into this weekend was going to be trying to get those explosive plays back into the offense. But I mean, if you're winning, as long as you're winning, that's all that matters in the NFL. It doesn't have to be pretty. You're not playing for style points. There is no committee deciding who plays in the playoffs at the end of the year, thank God. But yeah, for me, I do think Philadelphia does have its flaws. I think that secondary is still a bit of a mess. I definitely think there's a bit of concern on that side of the ball for them today going against Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, whichever one of those guys Dory Jackson ends up getting lined up on is probably going to have a big day. From that sense of it, which also kind of goes into that total, I would probably go in the under here. I think Philly's going to try, for a lot of the reasons we just said, to kind of control possession of the ball, keep their defense off the field, just because the defense on that side has kind of been the bigger issue than the offense so far. But yeah, I'd expect a healthy dose of Barkley. I'd expect Hurts to run it a bit. But yeah, I kind of like your pick there on the under.
Yeah, the Eagles, we talk about it from a betting perspective. Like from a football perspective, they're amazing. From a betting perspective, they're actually so good that they choke out overs because they keep the ball as well. Their time of possession can be crazy. Real quick, here are the picks. If anybody may have missed it here, I'm on the Cardinals 2.5. Bryce Young, throw a pick. Marcus Mariota, throw a pick. Bolin is on Colts -5.5. Falcons -4.5. Raiders +2.5. Chargers -2.5. As well as the Cowboys and the Bears over 49.5. Earlier in this week, also, I'm on the Eagles -3. Talking about that. Eagles money line, Seahawks money line +100. Chargers money line, Falcons money line +140. Bo Nix 1+ interception -120. Matthew Stafford interception. Geno Smith interception. Patrick Mahomes interception. And Patrick Mahomes over 5.5 rush attempts. Okay, so wanted to get those picks back up there. Jump right back into the games here. Let's see. Rams and the Eagles, talked about that. Jets and the Bucks. I don't have much on this game. Not a big breakdown. I'll just say this. If you're going to bet the Bucks and you're looking for props, this offense is heavily based on the passing game. Heavily. Baker Mayfield will throw 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 times a game, every single game, right? So, regardless of and the Jets have good defense, obviously. So, pass attempts or something to look there. But yeah, I don't have much on this one. Bucks 6.5 point favorite, total 42.5. Bolin, any thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, especially on Mayfield. I think this Tampa offense is probably going to be a little bit too much for Taylor and the Jets to keep up with. I mean, if we want to talk about, with regard to Mayfield and Tampa's propensity to throw the football, obviously Godwin's not going to play today. Egbuka, I know he's the rookie there. I'm probably butchering that last name. He's questionable.
Pretty close. That was good, yeah.
He's questionable today as well. So, I mean, if you were looking for a player to maybe key in on props, this could be a big Mike Evans day. I could see him getting a lot of targets. But yeah, in terms of that, I think if I were going to touch it, I would probably take Tampa to cover the 6.5. I just think this is going to be a game where their offense is going to be too much for a backup quarterback to keep up with.
Yeah, it is. And look, I think we all like Tyrod Taylor, right? Like, I mean, nothing against him, you know what I mean? But it's going to be a tough one. Tizzle's going with Cade Otton. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah. Tight end plays solid. Pat, thank you for starting my Sunday crew. A B M B. All of you are top notch, brother. You are Pat, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Jared's going Bucky Irving over 88.5 rushing and receiving. I like that, man. Jared, Baker's been clearing his rush line last few games, but I don't know if I trust it getting banged up a bit last week. Yeah, I agree. I would worry about that because they definitely are going to want to, reel that back in, which would scream to pass attempts even more. So, yeah, we saw JC. I've got AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson, my fantasy, but also my bench is Romeo Doubs and Jerry Jeudy might go off. There we go. All right. Raiders and the Commanders. We spoke about this one. Again, man, I feel you. I like your Raiders play. We got Marcus Mariota to throw a pick. Geno Smith versus Mariota. It's going to be a good game. I'll say this. I see a total of 43.5. I'm not scared to play that over. Like,
no, I wouldn't be either.
Yeah. Like Geno obviously is the starting quarterback, right? So, I mean, you've got, the Raiders offense and Marcus Mariota, he is good when you need him for a game. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to come out and be lights out. I'm not saying any of that, but, he could function. He can move the ball down the field, but the Raiders are going to have the ball a lot.
Yeah.
I think that Commanders punts in this game is a good bet. Over 7.5, and you get both teams, you're going to see some punts. But I do think that there'll be some points. You already broke it down, but feel free. Any final thoughts you have?
Yeah, I mean, we touched on a few things earlier. With the Commanders especially, you got the backup quarterback today, Mariota. He should be, he's ran offenses before. He'll be fine. You look at their running back situation as well. I'm going to call him Bill just because he wants to be called Bill. But, you got the rookie there. Obviously, Eckler blew out the Achilles last week. There's just not a lot of running back depth on this team. And that's somewhere where you would think a backup quarterback would kind of want to lean on in this situation. So, with those two facts, and then also we really haven't seen Ashton Genty really have a breakout game yet for I almost called him Oakland, for the Raiders in Vegas there. I could see him having a good day today. Washington doesn't have a terrible defense by any stretch of the imagination, but they're pretty middle on the pack across the board from what I've seen so far through 2 weeks. So again, I like the Raiders with the points in this spot. I also could see some points scored. Also just because, as Alan put it, we could see some of these teams have pretty short fields as a result of turnovers. So it's kind of where I'm at on that one there. And in Landover, Maryland, right outside of the nation's capital. Beautiful.
Now, dude, your Commanders are coming back to DC, right?
Yes, sir. 2030.
Hey, all hail, baby. Let's go.
They're also doing the draft there in 2027, which is going to be an absolute mess.
That's going to be madness.
Yeah, that's going to be absurd. I would not want anything to do with that. But
DC Metro stepping in, boy.
Different story for a different day.
Hey, look, dude, you can go back to your Georgetown Pentagon days.
Exactly.
All right, Falcons and the Panthers here, man. We broke this game down, so we don't have to speak a lot on it. Again, on the Falcons, on Bryce Young, throw a pick. Falcons 4.5-point favorite. I agree with it. I think the Falcons are just a much better team, and nothing against Carolina. They're fine, but yeah. Bolin, I'm with you. Again, feel free. You don't have to break it down, but what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what we already discussed. I just think Atlanta's a better team across the board. I've been very impressed with how their defense has played so far. And I just, I think Carolina's got some interesting pieces. I just don't see them as a great team yet. And I'm also kind of stunned that we're entering week 3 and this is their first home game. But for me, I like the Falcons in the spot. I think they'll cover that 4.5.
Yeah, I agree, man. Kirk said Falcons sacks. Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been flying all over the ball on that.
Yeah. Side. Hey, you spend 2 first-round picks on 2. Edge rushers, 1 from Georgia and 1 from Tennessee. You want to go get after the quarterback, man. No doubt. Texans to the Jaguars. I know that Bolin, you and your family, you circle this one on the calendar every year.
Every year.
I know it's real important to you and your family. Jaguars, a 1.5-point favorite, total of 43.5. Look, I'm going to say it. I trust the Jaguars more than I trust the Texans. There, I said it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, God, I don't love either of these teams.
No, I much do not.
I mean, I've had a group chat full of friends all week telling me the Texans are the play, and for the most part, I think those guys are idiots. So, yeah, I mean, I think I would lean Jaguars in this spot. They've looked better so far. I think Houston's been pretty disappointing, given that they're actually pretty healthy this year outside of Mixon not being available. But it seems like that was a situation where he wasn't going to be available for a while, and they realized it. So that's kind of on them for not being prepared to kind of have that be the case. So yeah, I mean, this spot at home, should be good weather there from what it looks like. Basically a pick'em game. I think I would lean Jaguars in this spot too. I trust them a little bit more than I do the Texans right now, even though I think the Texans might have better high-end talent at the skill positions.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think the Texans are a better football team. Like, well, eventually. But I don't know if they are right now. Now, the scary part is that they could explode at any moment. But this Jaguars, here's the deal with this Jaguars team. And, man, if anybody out there is like, bro, I just don't watch a lot of Jags games. Number one, smart decision. No, I'm kidding. No, man, like, it's the AFC South, right? Like, not a lot of people watch the AFC South. However, we do, Boland, because we get it here, right?
Yes.
And the Jaguars, they're not a good football team, but the thing with them is that they really just don't turn the ball over. Trevor Lawrence doesn't throw interceptions. Now, he'll fumble it. That's the big thing. And the Texans' defense is going to absolutely come after him because that's how you beat the Jaguars. You just come after Trev. But Trev's also good enough and veteran enough. He'll make you pay for it. If you don't get home on the rush, he will burn your ass. You know what I mean? I think I dig the Jags here. -1.5. Like, I don't know what to do, man. Freddie Bear, AB the man. I like your theology on NFL games. Great job yesterday. Go Memphis Tigers. Awesome show. Freddie Bear, thank you, man. Big time, bro. For real, personally, man. Thank you, man. You've been here forever, dude. Supporting big time. And yeah, what about Memphis getting that win outright against Arkansas, baby? Memphis, man. Yeah, look, I agree with you. We'll move to the next game, but I want to bet the Texans, but they're just not there yet. Yeah, he did throw a couple last week. It's true. Yeah, Liddy, Jags are decent. Yeah, I agree. Like, they are. Like, that's the thing. And, the Texans are 0-2. Like, they have to win this game. You know what I mean? All right, Bola, now, I need you to meet somebody. Very important to me. The same way that you are. Melanie Sue. So first off, Mel's, good morning. Second off, Bolin. So Mel's here. She's the minister of culture.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Mel's the best.
Right. It sounds like an important position, not only to the group here, but in life. So Melanie, the pleasure is all mine.
There we go. All right, Broncos and the Chargers. All right, this is going to be a hell of a game. This is going to be a game, buddy. AFC West, Broncos, getting better. The offense hasn't put it together yet. Not saying that, they're not. The Broncos are a good football team, right? Like, the Broncos are going to get better every week. And that's scary because they've got a lot of talent, and both on offense and defense. The Chargers, okay, here's the analogy. The Chargers are who the Broncos kind of want to become, right? And again, I don't say that negatively against Denver. I say it as the Chargers are one of the best teams in the NFL. They are. Jim Harbaugh is as efficient as it gets. Their offense scores touchdowns. Their defense, top 3 in the league. You pick which number you want. It's Jim Harbaugh football. He's done it everywhere. Stanford, Smyrna High School. It doesn't matter. Like, Jim Harbaugh is doing. You know why it works? Because running the football and playing defense travels. You know what I mean? There's not a lot that goes into that. You just got to be tough as hell.
Man's a visionary.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Man's a visionary.
I love it. This is gonna be a good game. I feel you on the Chargers because it's not playing against Denver. It is the damn Chargers, and they're at home. Yeah. I'm
mean,
roll
not
with
to
you.
say that really a home game for the Chargers is that much of an advantage, but
That's also true. Yeah.
But still, yeah. I mean, just to your point, I think the Broncos are still kind of working their way there, especially on offense. Their defense is super impressive, but yeah, I mean, I think that rushing attack is going to get there. I do think Harvey's going to be a good back for them, but him and Dobbins just aren't there yet. Obviously, they're without Ingram today, I believe. I think he was ruled out yesterday. Yeah, so, I mean, without their top tight end, I do think it's going to be a good game, but I just think, for all the reasons we already discussed, the Chargers seem like they're firing on all cylinders right now, and at home, with that number, I just think that's a bet I feel safe with.
Yep. Yeah, getting it under that key number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest.
If it was 3.5, I might have a different take on this.
Agreed. I was just about to say that. If I were the books, I would have put it at 3.5. I'd at least put it at 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make you pay a tax.
Yeah.
But that's also the book showing respect to Denver.
Yep.
Tizzle said Tizzle's out in California. He said the Chargers have no fans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When they couldn't fill up a soccer stadium with their own fans, I kind of felt like maybe this wasn't the place to move that team.
Let me tell you this. All right. Here's the marketing side of it. It wasn't a bad idea that the Chargers and the Rams kind of have the same colors.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a Rams fan, get some Chargers tickets, you can go to the game. It was a smart play that the color schemes are similar. They didn't do that, on purpose for that, but it absolutely helps. You could just get a royal blue t-shirt with no writing on it.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah.
You could, they also
yellow hat. You're golden in that town.
Yeah. They also used to say the same thing about us Tennessee people here. You can wear orange. You can go to the game on Saturday and you go back to county jail on Sunday.
It's a smooth transition right in and out.
Right back. They'll let you out for the game. All right. Go get you some popcorn now. Go sit down and watch a game now. All right, Fred, we'll see you back here in jail. Come on, Fred. We're in the same Sunday school class. You got to come back. All right, sorry. I just went East Tennessee there for a little bit. I love them. I absolutely love Tennessee. All right, let's jump back to the games here. Cowboys and the Bears. So we spoke about this one. Yeah, look, dude, I agree with you. I think the Cowboys are just too much for Chicago, even though I really like Chicago. And I know that they're 0-2, and I get it. But this is a work in progress as well, right? You've got a quarterback in Caleb Williams who just started his second year. He's got a brand new coach, right? So he's got a brand new offense and everything that he had to learn. You've got a coach in Ben Johnson who I think is a genius. Melanie said, "You love talking about prison." There we go.
I mean, hey, it's a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah, got to get a little prison in. Yeah, and we skipped the Saints Seahawks. I'll jump back to that in a second. But the Cowboys and the Bears, I'll throw it to you. I think the Cowboys they're just going to score too many points. I like the over. You played the over 49.5. I like it. Any final thoughts you have on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Cowboys are of two teams I don't fully trust one way or another. I do think the Cowboys are the more trustworthy team in this spot. I agree with you with Ben Johnson, and I think we kind of got to throw last week's result, at least, the lopsidedness of it kind of out the window. You knew Detroit was going to try and boat race Ben Johnson the first opportunity they got with him taking a job in the division like that. Do I think they give up 50 points again this week? Probably not. But could I see them giving up 30? Yeah, absolutely. And I could see the Cowboys giving up a bunch of points as well. But yeah, if I was going to take a side in this one, I would definitely take the Cowboys money line. I think I just trust them a little bit more. the revolving door of running backs that you think are already washed up at this point seem to be working this year for them, so that's great. But yeah, I just think CD Lamb and Pickens on the outside with Prescott there, as long as those guys are healthy and going, that offense is going to be humming along. So give me the Cowboys in the spot.
I feel you. Now, Liddy asked, AB, could you model the Raider lid, please? Boom! There we go. The Raiders. All right, let's go. Yeah, Saints Seahawks. I don't have. We've got the Seahawks money line, so we've got that. But I don't have much on this game. Any big thoughts you have there? You big on the Saints today? Your boy Spencer Rattler is not playing bad.
He's not playing bad.
No, he's not. Like, you're a South Carolina guy. Like, he's playing solid.
Yeah.
They're just not good.
He's had a couple of good weeks. I don't think they're going to have a shot in hell at winning this game. But if I was going to touch this one, maybe throw a little bit on the over. I mean, like you said, this seems like a total line there where they're really not expecting New Orleans to do much of anything offensively. I could see, Rattler continuing to have a little bit of success here. Really, I probably wouldn't touch this one either way, but if I was a gun to my head, make some sort of bet, I think I would go over that 41.5. But yeah, I mean, not really much to say about this game. The Saints are not very good, and it doesn't seem like they're built to be very good this year. So yeah, Seahawks should probably win this one pretty comfortably. But yeah, again, I don't know if I would want to lay more than the 7 points there. That hook kind of scares me a little bit. But
it scares me too. That's what I'm talking about. If I were the books, I'm making you eat that hook. Yeah,
100%, as they should. But yeah, I mean, if I were to touch it, maybe a little bit on the over. I could see, the Saints maybe scoring some points. Kamara has been okay so far, but I think he might be a little dinged up today. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Realistically, I'm not touching this one either way.
All right, then our final two games. So Cardinals and the 49ers. Look, I said it. I went Cardinals. What did we get him at? 2.5? I
think
so. You're staying, 1.5. Hawk, Bolin, our man, Purple Hawk. He's our resident Seattle man. Hawks win, but I don't think they cover. I agreed. That's 7.5. Like they probably win by 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's one of those. Like they probably win by 7. Yeah, look, I'm on the Cardinals here. The 49ers are banged up. I respect everything about them. You talk about another team, like a Sean McVay Rams type. That's Kyle Shanahan, right? Like, you're going to get a physical game. You're going to get a fight regardless. But I don't know. I'm feeling Arizona here. I think this is a spot where Arizona's fresh, healthy, ready. I know it's in, Santa Clara. But, yeah, give me Arizona here. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard
Arizona with the points, right? Was that yours? 2.5? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like that, honestly, if you can still get it at that number. This was one where I really went back and forth in terms of when I was trying to get my picks in last night. Theoretically, I think the Cardinals should, for all the reasons you were talking about. Like, the Niners are still pretty banged up, especially on offense. Mac Jones had a great week last week. Do we expect him to do the same this week? I'm kind of surprised that Brock Purdy's not back there, given everything he was able to do in practice this week, because he was out there from, I believe, like Wednesday on. But yet he's, holding the clipboard today. But yeah, I mean, Kyler Murray, he's that guy to me. He can make any great play happen, and then he can literally do anything where you scratch your head and go, "What the F was that?"
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of what type of guy he is today. But with Marvin Harrison out there, they've got weapons. I think if I was going to touch this one, I would take the points too with Arizona there. Don't really love the total either way. Maybe I would go under on this one, honestly. I don't really expect the Niners to have a ton of success on offense. And for all those reasons, I don't trust the Cardinals to put up a ton of points against anybody. Obviously, I believe they did last week against the Panthers, but the Panthers are the Panthers. But, that's kind of how I look at this one.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's just the banged up factor. for San Francisco, right? And especially when it's your starting quarterback. And I got nothing against McCorkle there, but I don't know, man. Like I'm with you. Like the Cardinals haven't looked great. All right. Prince of Pick said it best. The Cardinals, they've been unimpressive against two weak teams.
They've played awful teams and they've won, pretty unconvincingly in both weeks.
In these games, always close to the divisional game, man. First off, I'm agreeing, right? But I feel you. I'm gonna roll with Arizona, man. I'm gonna do it. Tizzle said Ricky Pearsall have a game. Juwan Jennings most likely out also. Yeah. Jeff said if Juwan Jennings can walk, he'll try to play tough son of a. Yeah, he is. 100% that he is.
He's got $3 million worth of reasons to play now with those incentives and that restructured deal. So yeah,
big time, man. Big Craig. Good morning, guys. Man, Craig, so good to see you, buddy. Really loving the breakdown of the games. Been working all weekend, man. Hoping it's going okay, and it's good to see you, brother. And yeah, absolutely. All right, last game here, and we'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern to break this one down. So the Chiefs and the Giants on Sunday Night Football. Both teams are 0-2. Now, look, the Giants, I mean, it's a must-win for both teams. 0-3 historically in the NFL is a death sentence, right? The Giants have to win this game. The Chiefs have to win this game. This is as much must-win as it gets. It is.
No, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
You said it yourself there. I looked it up the other day for something I wrote. I believe the stat is teams that start 0-3. It's 4 teams have made the playoffs since 1990.
Yeah, 4.
So yeah, not necessarily the type of history you want to have to set yourself up for before October starts. But yeah, I mean, in this one, both teams need this game. I think the Chiefs, even with them being 0-2 and the issues they've had with, no rushing attack whatsoever, Travis Kelce knocking out his own receivers, they've had all sorts of problems so far, but I just still think they're the better team in this spot. The Giants have been pretty abysmal against the run. I forget exactly how much they gave up last week to the Cowboys, but it was a lot. If Pacheco,
which isn't good.
Yeah, I mean,
the Cowboys aren't known for their run game.
No. I believe Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders were last thought of as rushing threats about 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, I mean, if Pacheco and Hunt can't get it going against these guys, then I really think the Chiefs have a problem in that position room that they would need to address. I love the bet that you had earlier. Mahomes over 5.5 rushes. He's taken
off. He has to.
He's got more than both those running backs combined by a good margin in terms of rushing yards this year already. So, that seems like a great bet to me. But yeah, I just think the Chiefs got to have this one. I think that they should be a better team. I don't think I love them to cover that 6.5. I don't think I trust them that much. But yeah, if I was going to pick a side on this one, I'd probably go Chiefs money line.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to win.
That 44.5 is interesting. It seems like they're really begging you to take the under there.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, and again, we'll be live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, okay? Full hour breakdown, pregame, leading right into it. So make sure to be here at Driving the Line. But both of these offenses are 4 yards and in. They're very short offenses because it's safe, and they don't have a lot of time. So, we'll talk more about it, but, pass attempts, quarterback rushing attempts, those are going to be good props for this game. Like, go take a look, right? Like, again, I'll lay out all the charts and the film work and stuff tonight, right? Like, you don't have to go do, any work on it. But if you do, go take a look. Like, these offenses are, especially the Chiefs. That's the problem. Bet against the Chiefs last week, man, with the Eagles, and it was like, it's 4 yards. Like, if they get behind, they can't come back. Mm-hmm. It's one thing if you're Jaden Daniels and you could chuck it 70 yards whenever the hell you want, right? You can come back pretty damn quick doing stuff like that. When you got to go 18 plays in a drive, in a minute 10, and you're down by 10, like
you can't run the ball. You don't have
no.
receivers.
Yeah, it's hard. I agree with Jeff. Don't know about the 6.5, but KC will sure. Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is that I just don't know how many points the Chiefs can score.
Yeah,
which is weird to say, but the NFL stands for not for long. All right, let's get our picks up. We'll get out of here, Bolin. All right, so just let's see. Oh, great, the screen's freezing. All right. Fantastic. Okay. There we go. Now it's going to go crazy. All right. Read through yours. What do you got, bud?
All right. Yeah. So one last time today in this early slate, I am taking Colts minus 5.5. I just don't think Tennessee is going to be able to keep pace with them, especially with the issues they have on the right side of the offensive line this weekend. Falcons minus 4.5. I just don't believe in the Carolina Panthers at all, and I think this Falcons team is looking very strong and should just get better as the season moves on. Raiders plus 2.5. Backup quarterback in Washington, running back situation not great. Raiders have good defense. I'm going to take them with the points here. Chargers minus 2.5. I just think they're the better team at this stage of the season. And Cowboys Bears over 49.5. Might have a little bit of weather there, but just two horrendous defenses playing against one another. So got to think a lot of points are going to be scored in that one.
Beautiful work, my man. I'm on the Cardinals plus 2.5 against the 49ers. Also, Bryce Young, 1+ interception, minus 120. Marcus Mariota, 1+ interception, minus 120. As well as I'm on the Eagles, -3. Eagles money line, Seahawks money line, parlay together at plus 100. Chargers money line, Falcons money line, parlay together at plus 140. Bo Nix, 1+ interception. Stafford, 1+ pick. Geno to throw a pick. Patrick Mahomes to throw a pick. And Patrick Mahomes over 5.5 rush attempts. All right, we'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Bolin, great job as always, my man. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, not much for me. Everybody enjoy your Sunday football. Hopefully cashing a lot of bets and, your favorite team gets a W.
Get that dub, boy. Prince said, AB, can you give a quick recommendation? Arizona defense or the Colts defense? Ooh. Okay. Arizona defense on the road against the 49ers. Colts defense on the road against I think Arizona. Just because it's a backup quarterback, it could be a lot of running the football. It could be kind of low score. I don't know. My answer is Arizona. Bolin, what do you think?
I would probably lean Arizona just because of all the injuries on the offensive side for San Francisco. But, at the same time, I don't think this Titans offense is very good at this stage of the season. I'm not a believer in Brian Callahan at all. I've been out on that guy since he admitted he doesn't understand the rules. I think I would lean Arizona in this spot just because backup quarterback, a lot of injuries for San Francisco there.
Yeah. Now, hey, you want to talk about feeling at home? Look at this bot that just came in to say hello. CBS. Hey,
we're back.
Yeah, and I was going to say, look, Bolin, also a fellow CBS Sports colleague. So, look, the bots came to say hello to you. But, look, I still have to go get my bullhorn. It's still in the office.
Oh, my God.
I know. They said they'd mail it, and I think somebody forgot.
Shocker that didn't happen, huh?
Come on. I know. My boy, the security guard that we used to go outside, smoke cigarettes and talk about security issues in the building. I liked it. Look, those are the people that I roll with. Like,
those are my kind of people.
Yo, yeah. Dude, 100%.
Those people have the best stories. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy had some stories. Kev said, AB, look at you guys. Hardest working guys in show business. You've been live on air since I woke up. Hey, I'm just glad to have you, buddy, and glad that, look, you're a bionic human being, all right? Your retina has reattached overnight. It's like growing new grass. My man is back. Anyways, Bolin, you did a great job, man.
Appreciate it.
Have you back again, buddy.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Hopefully get back on next weekend. Chop up some more football.
Look forward to it, man. All right, everybody, have a wonderful Sunday. Like I said, we'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central to break down the Chiefs and the Giants for Sunday Night Football. But till then, we got a lot of bets to hit. So everybody have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you tonight. Thanks. Who's got it better than